Hi, I'm Lanisha with Heart and Soul Homestead, and I wanted to come on here today to share with you guys what the process looked like for us to acquire land in Arizona. And so I'm going to start from the initial search for properties all the way up until close of escrow. And I have with me notes that I've taken along the way. And so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. So let's dive in. We started this process October 1st. We looked for properties on Zillow.com as well as landwatch.com. Once we found an agent, and we found an agent from the listings that we were looking at, we then vetted the listing agent, looked up their credentials as well as the company that they were working for. We requested that they give us a run through of the process of buying raw land from start to finish. Let's see, by October 6th, we were showing proof of funds. So we needed to show them that we had at least $7,000 in our bank account so that we are able to afford the purchase. October 7th, we booked a flight for my husband to go see the properties that we were interested in, and he actually already posted a video about that trip to Arizona, so please go check that out and please like the video. October 8th, we were sent a buyer broker exclusive employment agreement form via DocuSign, and that was basically a contract between us, the buyer, and the real estate agent that gives them exclusive rights to work with us for a said duration. And it also includes a compensation structure for the agent. October 9th, we were putting in an offer on two properties. Both properties were owned by the same seller, so it made it easier putting in offers simultaneously. Our first offer was on a property listed for $9,000 and we offered $8,000. The second property was listed for $8,000 and we offered $7,000. The additional request we put in both offers was that the seller cover the fees for the real estate agent that we were working with. And we then got a counter offer October 15th from the seller. The seller agreed to all the terms in terms of the price for the parcels, but countered our offer in terms of the covering the fees for the agent. And so they agreed to cover $1,000 and we were responsible for covering the other $1,500. And we agreed to those terms. By October 16th, we were being sent the title commitment documents through our email. And on the 17th of October, we were wiring our earnest money, which was $200. Let's see. October 22nd, we were then sent an affidavit of disclosure. And that is a sworn statement from the seller disclosing any information they had about the property's condition and any potential issues like liens or anything against the property. And let's see. November 3rd, we actually purchased our tiny home, but that will be a separate video. So November 7th, we were then sent the buyer open escrow package. And basically we needed to let them know how we would like to carry the title to the land. If you are single, that's typically sole and separate property. And if you're married, there are other options, including community property and rights of survivorship if a spouse passes away. So make sure that you do your due diligence in deciding what's best for you in your situation. From here, we also completed some online closing documents, and in order to do that, we needed to get a notary. And instead of finding one here physically in Stockton, we decided to take the option of doing it online with the notary that they provided, and there was a $50 fee to utilize that option. November 10th, we were then sent vacant land lot buyer's due diligence notice and the seller's response. And basically that was us filling out a document letting them know that we did our due diligence over the course of 30 days at the start of escrow, checking and investigating the physical condition of the property, as well as the condition of the title of the property. And so basically it's the buyer's pre-closing walkthrough before closing escrow. And so we basically let them know, yes, the property is still in the same condition as it was at the start of escrow. From there, all our documents were completed. They verified everything, went through everything one more time to make sure everything looked correct. And so we were finished with the process. We closed escrow, and on November 10th, we wired the rest of our money for the property, and we were emailed letting us know that we would be receiving our title in the mail in the next 30 days. So that's the process. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below. Please like and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.